two logical fallacies behind resurrection skepticism. In attempts to examine the historical Jesus, many scholars have denied the resurrection account as a historical event. Such attempts always appear as taking a centrist approach to examine the life of Jesus, yet it becomes apparent that they are aligned on the side of the skeptics when it comes to the supernatural events in the story of Jesus. However, rejection of the supernatural is seldom supported by any reasons and often commits two logical fallacies: a priori assertion of the impossibility of miracles to occur, and genetic attachment of Christianity to ancient myths. In their reaction to the supernatural in general and the Orthodox view of Jesus in particular, a group of 74 scholars called the Jesus Seminar claim that the Christ of creed and dogma can no longer command the assent of those who have seen the heavens through Galileo's telescope. The old deities and demons were swept from the skies by that remarkable glass. Copernicus, Kepler, and Galileo have dismantled the mythological abodes of the gods and Satan and bequeathed us secular heavens. Applying such a conclusion to Jesus' resurrection, one scholar later asks, but what of the resurrection? Is it not a mythical event, pure and simple? Obviously, it is not an event of past history. One characteristic of this rejection of the supernatural is the failure to provide any actual reasons for this rejection. These scholars simply assume that such things do not happen, rather than take the trouble to examine what evidence could be presented to show that the resurrection was an objective historical event. You can watch the following playlist to understand why alternative theories about the resurrection are false. The link to this playlist is given below in the description. However, we'd like to give you an overview of the videos in the list as a foretaste. First, the wrong tomb theory. This theory suggests that Jesus' followers all went to the wrong tomb that morning when looking for his body, and that's why it was empty. Then, the hallucination theory. This theory suggests that Jesus' followers were all hallucinating when they thought Jesus was appearing to them after his resurrection, which, by the way, would have been over 500 people. Then, the swoon theory. This theory suggests that Jesus never actually died on the cross and he only fainted, effectively being buried alive, and this explains how he was seen after opening his own tomb on the third day. Then, the stolen body theory. This theory suggests that Jesus' dead body was stolen out of the tomb by his disciples while the Roman guards were sleeping outside. Then, the relocated body theory. This theory suggests that Jesus' body had been moved to a different tomb before his followers arrived on the third day, and this is why they found the tomb empty. Another point of logic concerning the scholarly denial of the resurrection is the commission of the genetic fallacy, which occurs when one challenges the origins of an idea without actually assessing its facticity. In other words, it is thought that merely attributing a gospel report to the author's style or other ancient parallels explains it away. This is a logical mistake and doesn't preclude historicity. You can watch the following playlist to know why the story of Jesus differs from ancient myths. The link to this playlist is given below in the description. However, we'd like to give you an overview of the videos in the list as a foretaste. Many claim that the story of Jesus had been recycled from other ancient myths. First is the story of Horus, the Egyptian god of heaven and war, then Krishna, a major deity in Hinduism, and Mithras, the god of justice, contract, and war from the old Persian mythology, as well as Apollonius of Tyana, who is thought to have been born in 40 CE, after the death and resurrection of Jesus. To conclude, it solves nothing to state one's views to be correct, without providing reasons for such views to be correct. Such approaches are inadequate precisely because they fail to address the data. There's no substitute for a careful investigation of the possibilities.